A brilliant man faces multiple felony counts.
Fully aware that this could be some online to catch a predator scheme.
Jesse Poole thought that he was talking to a year-old girl off the internet.
It's still not enough to get him to stop.
A group confronted Poole at a Green Bay Walmart, trying to meet a 15-year-old girl he sent sexually explicit photos to. You want to speak on that?
You said you were in love with her. You saw her Twitter.
I just want to apologize again for all my actions, and I'm sorry.
The defense said he has the potential to change.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Courtney Elizabeth. Now this video is going to be much different than my normal catches that I put on YouTube. This catch and video is special. I can tell the full story from beginning to end. Usually my videos only discuss what happens before and during the catches. And I had a video just like that up for this pred on YouTube until January of this year, 2025. It's been a hectic year, eh? If you're not aware, my original channel, Courtney Elizabeth, was nuked, removed, terminated from YouTube in January 2025, and it sucks a lot, but it's okay because it gives me a new chance to expose this guy to a new audience. And we also have what happened to him after his sentencing. I'm talking about Jesse Poole, guys. Yes, Jesse Poole, 42 years old, of Brillion, Wisconsin. Last time I uploaded this video, a lot of people said he was the Temu version of Johnny Depp. I personally do not see it, but to each their own. If you have never heard of Brillion, Wisconsin, well, neither have I, and I've lived here for 26 years. It is a small town near Green Bay, Wisconsin, which I'm pretty sure everybody has heard of. And this is where Jesse Poole thought that he was talking to a 15-year-old girl off the internet. I could not get to the Walmart that we planned to meet at. I could not get there until around 8 p.m., but Jesse got there at 6 p.m. I was not portraying the decoy in person, so when the decoy said, "I'm here," he got out of his truck and went back into the store, and so I had to track him down. I do want to apologize for all the background noise in this video. It does get better. Just bear with me. It's just Green Bay is such a loud city sometimes. Or maybe it's just loud when I'm there. Hey, Jesse.
Hello.
Hi. You remember me?
No.
It's Courtney. What are you doing here?
Shopping?
Yeah? You've been waiting in your car for 2.5 hours to meet Annie?
No.
Yeah. I have all the messages and we have cops on standby. So I suggest you have a conversation with us and be honest. Yeah. Do you want to go in a more secluded area in here? Otherwise someone's going to call the cops. And
We can keep it private.
we don't have to make a scene in here. We don't even have to be loud.
Unless you want us to.
What are you doing? Yeah. It all started on March 5th of 2024 where Jesse hit up the decoy on an Instagram account. Right away he asked her age and she said, and he said, "I'm too old for you." Jesse said he's 42 and she said she doesn't mind his age, but he said, "I do mind if I go to prison." So the decoy said, "See ya." This is a common thing we do as decoys, giving them a chance to walk away. Unfortunately, Jesse kept talking. He asked for photos of the girl and he called her beautiful. Because in the beginning, you met her on Instagram, right?
Yes.
In the beginning, you know, you said, "It's too young, I don't want to go to jail." What changed? Alcohol? Do you always talk to minors when you drink? So what was it about this minor that everything changed? The decoy didn't respond for 3 days because we are very busy, and then he sent 22 messages. He also tried calling her 3 times without her ever responding yet, and he sent a photo of his and also asked her for nude photos. Once they started talking again, Jesse did send a picture of him with the boner. He said that he's gonna stop sending stuff like that, but he still proceeded to ask for CP. Decoy said, nah, we got to wait until we know each other more. I gotta make sure you're cool, you know what I'm saying? And Jesse's like, okay, let's meet then. And we're like, I bet. Jesse was a little scared, and he asked her if she ever heard of the show How to Catch a Peripheral. It was a typo, he obviously meant, but it's just so funny that every time that these bring up the show To Catch a, they always mistype. Have you ever watched How to Catch a Peripheral? Oh my goodness, that's funny. When discussing our meeting, Jesse said that he just wants to talk. Then he also said he wants to her and lick her. He said that her will put him into a sweet high coma. What the fuck? What do you mean you don't know? You're asking for you send videos, your penis. We're just filming for our safety. You know, you mentioned To Catch a. Do you know who I am? It's okay if you don't.
I know who you work for.
Who I work for? Who do I work for?
What work for?
Who do I work with?
Like this guy's.
I actually don't. No, I work with PCI, the people you've been talking to. Cutter Catches Indianapolis, Gita Jean, Courtney Elizabeth. I'm Chris Manson's daughter. What are you doing here? You're 42, right? What about this year-old is exciting to you? It's not just alcohol. Do you drink every single day then, or what is it? During the week? Not on the weekends? You weren't drinking when you got here, were you? Okay, so you're blaming it on alcohol, but you're here. And you're sober. How many other are you talking to? So if I go to your Instagram right now and see who you're following, it's just that kid?
Well, I'm following a lot of people. There's tons of people following me.
Yeah.
But I don't talk to them.
Just that kid? Within not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 days of chatting. So this guy moves slow, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. He said, I'm so in love with you. Jesse, of course, asked if she was a virgin and asked if she's ever been touched inside her pants. He also asked her, have you ever used anything on yourself at bedtime? Like, he's so awkward. That's so awkward. Jesse's also like, yo, how often do you touch yourself a week? 3 times for me. That's what he said. When does... My Alexa just went off. I think I have mail. When discussing penetration, he said, put the tip of your finger together and your thumb and let me know if something going inside of you would hurt you like that. This is so gross. Jesse said, do you think a cooked brat would fit inside of your like a cooked sausage would fit inside of your This guy raised. Jesse made it very clear that he wants to take her virginity, and he also said that he wanted 5 hours with her. Not 10, 5, sorry. Jesse even said in his own words, I am willing to go to prison for you. Oh, he definitely did go to prison. He told her that he got her a gift and sent a photo of a toy. He said, you can use that when you have the urge and then you can think about me. You said you were in love with her. You sent her a toy. What was that about?
I didn't send her one.
Oh, you sent her a picture of one. What was that about? Do you think, Trump Save America 2024, do you think Trump would be happy with your decision today?
No.
No. So, what do you think should happen to you? Do you want to take this outside? Get a warning? A warning for what? You're 42 years old. Why do I have to lecture you? What do you mean a warning? Hello? What do you mean a warning? A warning?
Like, end up paying a fine and...
End up paying a fine?
and
For having a explicit conversation with a 15-year-old? Pay a fine?
That's disgusting. So what you gonna do is
You want to take this outside?
that is so
Because we're going to create an audience in here.
I got you on video too. You should be ashamed.
Yeah, in your city.
Heard it. Heard you talking about that.
After a 15-year-old. And you want to get off with a warning? You know what that can do to a
You're going to jail, buddy.
I know him.
You fucked up.
Yeah. You did up. When's the first time you received
Thank God it was a trap and not an actual murder.
I've never seen
You've never seen Then why were you asking for You don't know? What do you know?
nothing.
I guess so. Do you have any kids?
No.
Thank God, right? Any nieces, nephews?
Yes, but they're over 21.
What happens if, let's say when they were younger, that a 42-year-old man was trying to meet them? What would you do?
Maybe extend a fist.
Yeah, what do you think should happen to them? You know, what makes you different? Why is it okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for someone else to do it to your family? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yeah. Do you want to go outside? It's loud in here. I think you're done. Oh, you're gonna buy. Oh, okay. I thought that was beer.
You want to check out first? I'm joking. Let's go.
What are you driving? Are you driving a Jeep Cherokee?
Jeep Compass?
Or a Jeep Compass? You live alone? Do you have anyone that can watch your dog? Because this is all going to police. Another weird thing that Jesse said, he's just like, yo, you know what? We should actually do every time. I've been saying his name a lot. Take a shot if you're 21 and up for every time that I say Jesse during this video. Another weird thing that he said though was, when we meet, you're going to be getting the licking of your life. That is just so weird to say. It makes me feel like he's going to beat her. You know, a licking.
Leave this lot, losers. Unless you want a licking. And we'd love to deliver that licking. Right, fellas? Yeah, love it. A lot. I'd love to lick a lemon lollipop in Lilyhammer.
I know he meant like actual licking, but like the wording is just so... It's just so f***ing weird, gross, and boom, nasty. So you wanna get off the warning, get out of jail free card. I said we work with police. I didn't say we were police. So it could be okay. It might not be. I'll probably go to the side over here because I'm not good now. We're not gonna hurt you, obviously. I mean, look at us. Although it was hard today. Alright. So, it was snowing earlier. I'm glad that it stopped. It stopped like 5 minutes. Alright, so let's say we don't turn this in. How will we know that you're never gonna do this again? You know what I'm saying? Because you want to get off with a warning. So how do we know that that would work for you? Because it sounds like that's an urge that you can't control. So how would you be able to just immediately be able to control it all of a sudden?
Because I was caught. Why?
You were caught once?
Well, no.
Oh.
Right here. I definitely don't want to deal with it.
Deal with it. But do you realize that it's not just you though that you're hurting? You're hurting innocent lives. Let's see what they're not old enough to make those decisions yet. Like, for forget about being selfish about you, you know, like, do you even care that you could have ruined someone's life today? Yeah. Sure, that's all.
I know the first thing I was going to say to you is, why do you want to do this?
But the thing is, I read the chat, she didn't. It was you that kept replying. So you were going to say to her, when she agreed to meet you for you're going to say, why do you want to do this? Do you understand that it's not up to her? You're the adult. You should know better. Brains aren't fully developed until 25. You know? Anything you want to say?
Just messed up, man. I got to see your pictures you sent, watch your video that you sent.
Both of them.
Disgusted me, but I think, oh, this was supposed to be sent to a 15-year-old girl? How does that make any sense?
She barely acknowledged the videos as well, so what made you think that she even wanted that? I just don't understand how your mind works and why you think this is okay. And you were here for 2.5 hours waiting. Are you serious? Explain that.
I wasn't here for full 2.5 hours.
Not a full 2.5 hours? So you came here, took a picture saying you were here, and then you left? Why'd you come back?
Do some shopping and said this.
So you came back for her
Shop.
and her. Alright, well, this is going all over the internet. We have a really big following, and we are turning this into a police, so if you have anything else to say, now's your time to clear your name or say whatever you have to say. Because it's all downhill from here.
The reason we didn't want to make a big scene and have a bunch of people involved is because we want to hear your side of the story. You're not saying much. Let's hear, where's it coming from inside? What's going on, man?
It's just been a very long time since I've been with anyone, and I was getting really desperate, I guess.
Yeah.
And I know it's 100% wrong, and
You had hours to change your mind, you know.
Days.
Big. Days. It's been 11 days. What was, you know, I don't get it, but I'm hearing you out. You got desperate because it's been a while. Where did the I love you come from then?
it's just something that my family always says at the end of most conversations.
But do you get how that's strange? Because that's not your family, that's someone else's little girl, and you're saying I love you. That could sound like manipulation to a kid. Green Bay is noisy, bruh.
Noisy city. You live there in Brillion?
Yes.
How far off is that?
25 minutes.
25 minutes? Usually come here for your shopping?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's not a Walmart there.
Well, there's a smaller Walmart in Chilton, but there's more
Like, you know, girls.
no, like groceries and it's stuff that I got in my cart.
Pepsi and dog food. Did you buy condoms? Were you gonna buy condoms? What was the plan tonight?
I basically just gonna leave it up to her.
Leave it up to her. That's terrible. Because she can't make those decisions, and you know that. Alright, I guess we're just gonna get your license plate then, and unless you have anything else to say. I mean, if the police don't get you, I mean, the internet will. Yeah, so just be careful out here. Yeah. So whenever you're ready, you can go to your car.
You know what? I remember something. He wanted to meet her because she said, "Oh, I don't send naked pictures unless I meet you." Seemed like you wanted those naked pictures, right?
You kept asking for. She said, "I don't send it unless I meet you." That's why you wanted to meet.
I don't
Get those
bring-
nudes.
I
Have.
was was deleting the text messages.
And why were you deleting them? Because you know it's not right. It's illegal. You can delete them, but they're still here forever. I got them. We can talk and walk.
And it's not just against the law for fun, you know? There's a reason it's against the law. Shouldn't have to worry, or I guess parents shouldn't have to worry about the meeting people like you. And or people shouldn't have to worry about when they were being taken advantage of by somebody like you. It's the opposite of what you want to be.
Kids were in that store today? That's why we don't make scenes in stores. That's why we'd rather take it outside. Freeze our asses off. We don't want to scare. We want to protect. We also don't want the people we're confronting to get beat up. You know, that's why we took it outside. It can get dangerous in there. Alright, Jesse Pool. Get home safe.
Oh, fiercely straight.
2, 3, 6, 5, 4.
No more. No more.
I didn't keep Jesse there too long because it was really cold outside. It was really loud. He wasn't talking loud at all, so I couldn't really even hear him, and I was there next to him. And I just wanted to turn him in as soon as possible. I was not about to call the cops on the spot because they do not do anything on the spot in Green Bay. Okay. But I could still turn him into his county, where he is from. But yeah, working with Calumet County was awesome. As it turns out, they must hate as much as I do because they arrested him at his home and it also made the news. Just 11 days after the catch, charges were filed on Jesse from Calumet County. Calumet County? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, guys, but pretty awesome police department and detectives, if I do say so myself. He was charged with using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime, child enticement, and 2 counts of causing a child to view sexual activity. This was a big deal in such a small county. They even ran a news story about it, and they attempted to interview Jesse. They went to his home to interview him while he was out on a $2,000 bond, and he denied the interview. Jesse remained out on bond for 14 months as the case went on. And guess what he pled, y'all? Not guilty, as expected. So there was a jury trial set, and I'm just confused because he said that he was willing to go to prison for her. So why is it a problem now? Chris and I, much like every other case, we were subpoenaed to go there and stand up against him in court as witnesses during the trial. We were pretty excited. It's always a pleasure doing that if it helps. They even had the whole jury picked out and everything, but all of that changed on April 15th of 2025. That's when Jesse decided to just finally call it quits and accept his fate. He accepted a plea deal, and we no longer had to be witnesses. Plea deals are common in criminal trials. It's a way to speed up the court process and to save money, I feel like. Basically, the suspect's lawyer or public defender and the district attorney come up with some kind of agreement. The DA drops some charges and lessens the maximum jail time so long as they change their plea from not guilty to either guilty or to no contest, which if you plead no contest, it's pretty much the same thing as saying you're guilty, you just don't want to admit to it. In this case, Jesse agreed to plead no contest in exchange for dropping 3 of the 4 charges. Jesse was still sentenced to 10 years in prison. He's sentenced to 10 years in prison and 10 years supervised probation when he gets out. And guess what? He's also being charged as a sex offender for life. He's going to be a lifelong sex offender, 20 years sentence, 10 in, 10 out, supervised probation when he gets out, 10 years in prison. So was it worth it, Jesse? You said it was worth serving prison time, yeah? Yeah, just because you were horny for a little bit, yeah? That was worth it? Now you're serving 10 years of your life, so that is just absolutely insane to me. It's really hard for me to wrap my head around that. So Jesse, on paper, is only guilty of using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime. The charges of causing a child to view sexual activity and child enticement were dismissed. Although I do hate the fact that most of Jesse's charges were dropped, I do understand that it's normal, and 10 years is still a pretty good sentence, especially here in Wisconsin, for something that we set up that was not orchestrated by police. So really grateful still for the outcome, and I do understand plea deals do happen. 10 years, I'll take it. At least he's not a free man, you know, so I feel happy. I feel good. When I first posted this video in 2024, I was worried and convinced that Jesse would be facing no charges. The video would hurt his reputation and lower his chances of being around. But I figured that would be it. So I'm very excited about this outcome. I'm very pleased with it, and I'm just grateful that something did happen. I want to thank the detectives, the DA, the honorable judge, and the police department, everyone that worked this case in Calumet County. Thank you so much for taking it serious and really just throwing the book at him. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Andrew Amuzu from Green Bay NB626, for covering this, taking interest in it. Public awareness is extremely important, so I'm really grateful for you, and yeah, that's a big part of our mission as well, so thank you. On a side note, can you believe that this asshole just asked for a warning though? Like, can I just get like a warning, like a one-off? Like, what? The balls on this motherfucker. My videos are all scattered throughout the internet, so a good way to support me is on locals. Also, another way you can support me and help keep me going, guys, I have some exciting news. I've always offered merch, and I think that you just can tell how bland it is, and not really you know, we don't really like put so much time into it because we're so busy doing everything else. We just don't have time to design unique merch that I think my supporters really deserve. So I'm ditching my old merch distributor and teaming up with Red Pill Threads. Yes, guys. I've talked about Red Pill Threads on here previously. They are a really awesome merch company. They have so many amazing designs, especially all their anti designs, the Make Afraid Again shirt, Kill Your Local. They also have a bunch of other cool designs, and I'm just like really excited to share this with you guys. Oh yeah, let's pop off, let's pop off, let's pop off. Who better to offer Courtney ElizXbeth merch than someone with the same mindset? So the same guy that designed this shirt, and this shirt, and this shirt will be designing my merch. Not only can you get my new logo on these high quality soft style t-shirts, but you can now get my first exclusive design, the 1980s Elizabeth shirt, with many more to come. Also, I have a discount code. You can just use my discount code ElizXbeth, ElizXbeth, for 10% off. You get 10% off my merch, but not just my merch, anything you want on redpillthreads.com. You can get my merch, and you can also get any merch you want on the Red Pill Threads site. Just use my code ElizXbeth for 10% off. Not only that, guys, 20% of proceeds from each sale, they go straight to amazing charities like Hope for Justice, Our Rescue, and more. Those are charities that target human trafficking. Go to redpillthreads.com/Courtney ElizXbeth and check it out right now. It really is a great way to support me, and I would really appreciate it. Keep an eye out for my upcoming designs. There's going to be more to come. I really think that you guys will really appreciate it and love it. And like I said, 20% of proceeds go to charities that help against trafficking. So link in the description, link in the pinned comment, and get yours today. Promo code ElizXbeth. I also want to say thank you so much for 14,000 followers on YouTube. It's taken a little bit to grow back up, but we are getting there, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Be safe. Bye. think, you know, Trump Save America 2024, do you think Trump would be happy with your decision today?
Yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you please? Get him out of here. Throw him out. Yeah, you can get him out. Yeah, get him out. Get him the hell out of here. Get him out of here. Get out. Get him out of here.